Hello everyone and welcome to the demo of how to translate your Salesforce environment super simple and super fast. I'm Mati Bernaj, the creator of Simple Translate, and today I will walk with you through some simple steps how you can also translate your Salesforce environment super simple. So let's first have a look into the component we want to translate. So this is a normal Salesforce LWC. As you can see, we have different texts in there. We implemented them with custom labels so that we can translate them. And also in the backend, we have a custom objects where we want to translate the custom field. So the first step after implementing the component is to activate the translation workbench if it's not already activated. Therefore, you go into setup, you search for translate, you click on translate, and activate the translation workbench. In my case, it's already activated. So here it is. After you activated the translation workbench, you also have to activate the languages. So therefore, click on the translation language settings and add the languages you want to translate. So I will just take the first two, Romanian and Vietnamese. Let's quickly check if they're really active. Back into the translation workbench. Let's open it. Let's search for Romanian. Here it is, and Vietnamese. Perfect. Great. The next step is you have to log in into Simple Translate. Therefore, just go to Simple Translate.io and either create a new account or just log in with your credentials. You can also log in with Google or with your Salesforce environment. Perfect. Now we are in the metadata translator. The first step after activating your languages and after implementing your functionality is to select the org credential where you want to retrieve the newly implemented metadata from, and also to retrieve the other translations which are made on the environment. Here I select the UAT because we are in the UAT environment. I will click on retrieve metadata, and as I said before, for me the most important ones are the custom labels and the custom fields, but I will also take some other ones. So the retrieve started. While the retrieve is running, let me explain to you how the metadata translator works. In the top left, you can find the environment. So you can easily set up any Salesforce environment, or credential and environment by clicking here in the setup into translation engine, not translation engines, into org credentials. And there you can set up your environment. Here you can select one or multiple metadata you want to translate. So not like in the translation workbench that you can select one by one. You can really select multiple at once, but I will show it to you later. You can also select one or multiple languages you want to translate. So while the retrieve is running, they're not shown. And you have different translation engines which can help you to translate your required functionalities. Great. After the refresh, let's select the languages we added and maybe also some more. Let's select all the languages: Indonesian, Romanian, Slovak, Turkish, and Vietnamese. Great. So now we have a bunch of languages in there we want to translate. Let's start with filtering the component. In the top, you can see that you can filter based on status. So either it's already translated, a translation is missing, or deployment is missing. You can just click on translation missing, and the missing translations appear. So we could select all of them and then just translate them. But in this case, we do not want to translate everything, but just our component. So I will search for a prefix. You can either search just by API name, by a label name, or by the master label name, or also the translated value. So in this case, I search for simple translate exactly prefix. I will select all of the 215 and will translate them with the simple Translate AI engine for all the languages above where the translation is missing. Perfect. If you don't like any of the translations, you can use our suggestions feature to get better suggestions for a translation. Let's say, for instance, which one should I choose? This one for Czech. I don't like the translation, even though I don't understand, to be honest. And I want a shorter version of this translation. Therefore, I will click here in the AI suggestion and will click on shorten. And our simple Translate AI is now preparing a shorter version of that translation. Standard, but I like it. Let's select it. And as you can also see, now this shorter version is in the translation. Exactly, perfect. And the last step. The last step is, after you have checked all the translations, if you're able to, you can deploy all the translations into your Salesforce environment. Just click again on deploy and the selected translations will be deployed in the environment. So this takes a little bit of time, but here we are. So as we can see, the status changed from deployment missing into translated, and they are all now in the environment. Here in the top, you can also see there are no translation missing and no deployment missing for the selected filters. Great, let's check if the translation deployment was successful. Therefore, I will take this custom label. Let's go into custom labels to check it. We'll search for it. Let's open it. And here we can see the translations we provided. Yeah, so I do understand Croatian. I like the Croatian version. Perfect. Also, what we could check is in the feature, that the feature was translated properly. So we are in the feature. Let's change to one of the translated language. For instance, go back into the feature and refresh the page. Perfect, that looks fine. So here we have as you could see, the Croatian translations for all the custom labels and all the other metadata which we found in the simple translate. Perfect, that's it. Thank you very much for listening. Hopefully this feature helps you also in future to simplify your Salesforce translation and to make your life as an admin or developer much easier. If you like the video, please set a like and also a review in the AppExchange. More information about the tool you can find down below. So the link to Simple Translate and also other information you can find there. Thank you very much and have fun with translating your Salesforce environment. Super simple.